Warning: sensitive content.
And Ukraine is in Europe. So why should Europe neglect or drop out Ukraine like that, especially in a time of need? No matter what, Ukraine is a neighbor. In Christian teaching, it says you should love thy neighbor, especially when that neighbor is so good. Now, Ukraine has been fighting so hard and successfully. So Europe should be proud to receive, to admit Ukraine into the European Union.
Yes.
Before, they should have admitted Ukraine already to protect Ukraine.
Yes, Master.
United we stand.
Yes.
More neighbors are better than just one neighbor being harassed by Berlin next door.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
But for some reason they did not. It wasn't a good reason, whatever that was. And now Ukraine is in need. If anyone in Europe, any leader in Europe still wants to refuse Ukraine or try to degrade Ukraine's status instead of letting Ukraine become a member of the European Union, they have to answer themselves.
Yes, Master.
They have to answer to their own conscience.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Because I don't understand it. I wouldn't do it myself.
Understand.
If I were a leader of any European Union country, I would immediately take Ukraine into my arms to protect it as much as I can. That's what I would do.
Yes.
Now Ukraine needs, your neighbor needs you. You can't just ignore it and say, oh, it doesn't matter. Or try to play it down and side with the bully instead.
Yes, Master.
By now, everybody knows Russia is the aggressor and Ukraine is the victim.
Yes.
So I don't know why anybody would not try to help the victim as much as they can.
Yes, understand.
And to admit Ukraine into the European Union does not cost them anything, just to have more reinforcement for the European Union.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
More strong, more power.
Yes.
That's right.
Especially Ukraine has been a good force of protection, not only for their country, but for Europe and the world's freedom as well, against Russia, the bully.
Yes.
So I really don't understand.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
That's all I can think of. I don't know why Macron wants to go against the whole world. He should have also visited Ukraine when he already was voted to be the new president, because that's something to celebrate. Kiev would have been very happy to see that he's elected again.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I was also happy. I thought maybe he's much better than the other one. I thought Madame Le Pen was pro-Russia. That's what everybody said,
Yes,
Master.
the way she acts or talks. But now it looks like he's also pro-Russia or something. I don't know what's in his head. I can only guess a few ideas like that.
Yes.
Because the unity of Europe right now is more important than his personal ego.
Yes, Master.
Because to go against Russia, they have to show a united front.
Yes.
And also, he should not be afraid of Putin, because they also have nuclear weapons when it comes to that.
Yes.
Or maybe he's scared, a scared person, I don't know. Underneath, he's scared or something. Because last time Russia threatened him, threatened France, remember?
Yes.
Maybe he's scared. Well, he shouldn't be. He's a big guy.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And France is big. France should be one of the leading roles, one of the leading parties in the European Union, but not in the wrong direction like that.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
By now, he should know how much the Ukrainian people suffer, including women and children. Suppose his wife or his children have been raped and murdered like that, how would he feel?
Yes, Master.
And he loves his wife so much. Suppose the Russians came to France and did atrocities like they did in Ukraine. Would he like that?
Of course not.
Of course not. So I don't know why he talks contrary to his manly protective instinct.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Or there's another idea. Maybe is that he's influenced by Putin. Maybe he likes Putin because this negative force they have a way to charm people also.
Oh.
It's terrible. And now many of them are on the leader seat, yeah?
Yes, Master.
And they have a chance to see many people and influence them, including any president who happens to have a penchant of not positive thinking
Yes, Master.
due to ego or due to power, sustainability. I can't really explain well. If you have some negative thinking in your head that is against the good of humanity as a whole, then the negative power can easily lure you into their side.
Yes.
If you are vulnerable and naive or maybe not strong in a positive penchant, then it's easy to be influenced by the negative power.
Yes, Master.
There are also some others either influenced by the negative power or working for them as well, okay, in Europe.
Oh, wow.
Some leaders. I don't want to mention it right now, but if you look at the news, you know who is who.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
I'm just tired of mentioning all these negative things going on. Anything not clear about this question or answer?
It's clear, Master.
Is it good?
Yes, thank you, Master.
Fine, you're welcome. All right, anything else?
Yes, Master. P. Francis blames NATO and others for the Ukraine war. Is this right, Master?
Yeah. I read that. Also, he said that it's NATO's fault because NATO barked at Russia's door. What means Russia's door? Huh? Where is Putin's door? Where is Russia's door? Every country has a neighbor.
That is true.
So where is the limit there? And how can P. Francis, as a so-called spiritual leader, liken many countries who join NATO to dogs?
Yes, Master.
Yes.
There's no justification for the dogs.
No.
Also, yeah? Because the dogs don't do anything wrong ever. That's why the whole world loves dogs.
Yeah.
That's true, Master.
And to compare NATO to dogs is very insulting. It's very insulting to NATO anyway. And all these allies, they don't deserve it.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
And ultimately, even if a dog barks at your door, you don't go out and kill all the other dogs who has nothing to do with you, who has not even barked at your door.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
You see, joining NATO is a matter of volunteering, and people love to, then they can join. Not like Russia forcing Ukraine to become a member of their union. That is a different thing. Besides, that's insulting to dogs,
Yes,
Yes.
true, Master.
because dogs never have anything to do with humans' war, cruelty, and abomination in all categories. On the contrary, humans have always shown their barbarous, beastly nature towards dogs in particular, not to talk about all animals, people, and humans yet.
Yes, right.
Like they abuse the dog people, kind, gentle nature, abuse them in all kinds of things, torture them in all different ways. Well, apart from those kind people who take the dog people in as their own family members, these I applaud.
Yes, Master.
But on the other hand, other humans would torture the dogs in such an abominable way, like skinning them alive without anesthetics for fur and meat, like in China, Thailand, etc.
Right. Right.
Yes, Master.
Human atrocities shook heavens and earth, resulting in innocent people and non-innocent people in this world having to undergo suffering, pain, and agony for many disasters and diseases, incurable diseases or pandemics, for example.
Yes, Master.
And we did not learn to stop. And now, and since forever, we even attack our own species, like in the war.
Yes.
Yeah.
If P. Francis doesn't know anything better about the history of the cruelty of mankind, then he should shut up, as I said many times before.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Because his raw meat, blood-dripping mouth doesn't contribute to any comfort or sympathy to the innocent victims, except to rub salt in their wounds. So this is cruelty. not even in disguise, open cruelty.
Yes, Master.
And I don't know if whoever believes in Jesus Christ or the mercy of God would still accept him as their leader. Ugh. God help us. God help us. Oh, God.
Right, right.
Yes, Master.
What kind of human would utter such a stupid and illogical thing like that? As if encouraging the war. And not to talk about the so-called Pope, the leader of the Catholic Church.
Yes, Master.
Oh, I am so appalled and disgusted. This guy is despicable, siding with the abominable aggressor instead of the poor, suffering, agonizing victims. So you can see clearly who is the devil. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.